Hello, I'm Anushka Williams and welcome to Buy MRI for €350,000. Now today we're looking at two developments from differing countries and both offer sheer luxury for just €350,000, a spectacular price.
Yes, I'm James McCourt and you will not believe what we have on offer today. We're heading across the Atlantic to the ever-popular Florida and then jetting back a little closer to home to Spain's Costa del Sol.
Now then, Orlando is home to some of the best theme parks in the world, as well as a variety of sport and leisure activities, including 80 golf courses. So it's no wonder it's the #1 vacation destination in the world. We're going to look at the Floridays Orlando Resort, so no guesses as to where that is. Here to tell us all about it is MRI's expert, Ben Salfali. There he is. So let's find out more on Buy MRI for €350,000. Well, hello, Ben. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Now then, we're talking about Florida. It always seems to bring a smile to people's faces. Why do you think that is?
I think people envisage Walt Disney, International Drive, SeaWorld, the sun, the golf.
See, look, we're smiling.
I know. It's happened. It is the Sunshine State, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, even the Americans themselves will journey to Florida for their holidays because it is sun most of the year.
Absolutely. I mean, you're sort of looking at temperatures in and around 25 to 28 degrees for most of the year, so absolutely brilliant. You know, you can go there at any time.
So, I mean, obviously we mentioned Disney World, which is the obvious, just imagine Mickey Mouse, you get very excited, be it, you know, whether you've got kids or whether you're just a big kid. But what else does Florida have to offer in terms of not, you know, if you wanted to go for something else, what is there?
I think when you look at Florida, you've really got to look at it offers absolutely everything. You know, you've got the shopping, you know, you've got the golf courses, you've got the SeaWorld, you've got the attractions that you would expect from any tourism resort. But I think Florida, as with America, it's just sort of bigger and better, and it's always trying to sort of push the boundaries to be bigger and better.
Yeah.
And it's no different. You know, Orlando's a brilliant place. As most people already know, go there on holidays. But the good thing about the area is the fact that it's concentrating on the American market as well.
Right.
So you're not sort of limiting yourself just to rent out to people from the UK and Ireland, as some tourist destinations are, you know, quite similar to that. With America, you're looking at all amenities, established resort, and easy accessibility.
Yeah, it's a great resort, but what I like as well is if you want to, you can also get out to the coasts as well and go to the amazing beaches, and they really are stunning, aren't they?
They are, and there's lots of water sports there as well.
I like the way you looked at me when you said that, like I might be sort of good at water sports, which I'm really not. So I quite like that. But, I mean, it's nice that you've got the option to do all these kind of things, and I just think, I mean, it's called the Sunshine State, so you're going to get that weather, you know, and I think if you were maybe considering the development we're going to talk about for a holiday property, it would be a very sensible thing.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to live out there, or if you wanted to, you know, for part of the year, or if you wanted to just have this property on a rental contract, then either way, you're going to make a very good return on the rentals, or you're going to enjoy a fabulous holiday home. The duration to and from the airport is under an hour. The duration to and from attractions is around 20 minutes.
So you're near everything then, aren't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a key place, if you like, in the location for rentals, or even if you wanted to stay out there for the majority of the summer season.
Yeah.
It's fine, absolutely fine.
No, it sounds great. So tell us a bit more about the actual development itself. What sort of finish can we expect there? What's the actual development itself like? Is it self-contained? Is it gated?
Gated community. It's very much the high-level finish that you would expect from developments in Florida and around the location. I think where this one differs is you have got the hotel-style feel, but it's very much apartments on the inside. You can have it rented as if it was a hotel room, you know, cleaned and serviced for you.
Oh, okay.
Fully furnished, so you don't have to worry about, you know, providing furniture for the development. But at the same token, if you wanted to go out there maybe in the winter and in the off-season, and then maybe use the property for rentals during the summer, ideal, perfect. You've got a mixture of apartments and townhouses, and they're really, you know, sort of from a rental perspective, fantastic, especially for families. You've got all the attractions, as we discussed. You've got SeaWorld and Walt Disney, and we always keep on sort of referring to that, but it's such a big player because it draws in so much tourism. So it really is a sort of development to think about if you're someone who's going to be renting out the property or living out there. It's probably one of the first ones I would actually go and visit.
Oh, really? I mean, I think that the fact that a lot of Americans come here for their holidays says a lot about the actual sort of area of Florida. And also, I think, you know, when we do talk about American properties, or, you know, Florida, as we're talking about now, everything, you know, is bigger, and they like to think bigger and better. So when we talk about these developments, everything seems to be on a grand scale. You know,
Absolutely.
you're not lost for any space. So if you do have loads of kids, absolutely ideal.
Absolutely. And the one question is, everyone would say, because it's bigger, because it's better, and it has all these amenities and all these facilities in place, it's probably going to cost the earth. No, it's not, you know, and especially with the fact that the pound is doing so well against the dollar at the moment.
Of course.
You can get very, very good value for money. In fact, you can double your money in the States just for that reason alone.
Because I think people might, you know, when people might go, oh, I'd like the idea of Florida, but oh no, it'd be too expensive.
Yeah.
You know, then
it's true.
especially if it's near, that it'll be near, we probably won't get what we want. But actually, we're proving today that it really is something within your reach, isn't
Absolutely,
it?
absolutely.
I think it's affordable as well. I think people, if you've ever been there on holiday, because I've been a few times over there, when you see the hotel rooms, they are absolutely huge. And more often than not, you've got 2 or sometimes 3 double beds in one hotel room. I mean, they're absolutely huge. And again, you would think it's going to cost the earth to stay there, and it doesn't. You know, it's so reasonably priced.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think people in America are just used to it, but for us, maybe, especially for me, I mean, I'm from London, where space is of optimum, exactly, to say the least. And then when you go over to America, and it's like, wow, you know, it really can blow you away. And I think that's the attraction with Florida.
And it's not too far either. I think, you know, it is a fairly long flight. It's about 8 hours, isn't it, over there?
About 8 hours, yeah.
But it's not a huge distance. I think you can just about cope with it. And with most of the holiday airlines flying there now, they're sort of used to kids and families flying with them anyway, aren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, accessibility to the area is not a problem. As long as you can, you know, bear the 8.5 hour flight. That's, I mean, by the time you're in Florida, you forget that you've even flown there, you know. You'd be so amazed by what you're going to see. I mean, for most people, it is a tourist destination they would visit year after year after year. And with the amenities and the facilities in place, there's no question, you know, as to why, you know.
I need to get myself over there again soon and see Mickey, I think. Well, listen, before making all that important decision, why not spend a few days visiting Florida on an inspection trip? MRI have a special offer of just £299 or €550 per person.
So don't hang around, you can book right now. Now, the UK viewers should dial 0800 310 1515. If you're living in an island, you need to call 1800 80 50 21. Or if you're residing anywhere else, the number you need is 00 800 2300 2222. And if you missed anything, those numbers are zipping across your screens right now, so make a note. Calling won't cost you a penny. Book a trip today, and you'll also receive a complimentary brochure and DVD, and everything you need is also on the website, which is MRIOverseasProperty.com.
OK, let's talk some more now about the very desirable Floridays Orlando resort on by MRI for €350,000.